We got your car back? Was it working good?
It was the alternator. Tim was right. It was the alternator.
Knew it.
I was gonna say that.
I knew it. I told you.
$800 later. I mean, geez, they really rate you, don't they?
They really stick it to you in the Nissan Sentra. Sticks it to you there. Nissan Maximus, dude.
He was right. He was right. Alternator.
I told you.
Yeah.
Told you, man.
So Tim and I are going to see Metallica in San Francisco.
Heard.
Wow, I'm so shocked and surprised that you guys would fly across the country to see Metallica.
Well, we did this
I'm surprised you guys didn't go to freaking Europe for the very first Big Four show.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was hoping they'd do I was like contemplating maybe doing the one in California, but I was like they're gonna have to do one on the East Coast, right? And actually Tim didn't go to that. I didn't
go to that. Yeah.
I did, but
Fucking poser.
the Big
Which
Four in Yankee Stadium.
You went to that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, I was there.
It's big time. Congratulations.
I skipped
You did
Megadeth.
You what?
I skipped Megadeth.
Wow.
Because so here's the thing. I thought I told the story before, but it was right when worship music came out. And so Anthrax was like, if you go to Yankee Stadium, there's going to be a pre-show party that is hosted by somebody that they knew, and it's all about the release of worship music. And if you buy the CD there, we're going to be, after our set, we're going to go to the Hard Rock, which is attached to Yankee Stadium, and we're going to sign the CD. Like, if you buy it, we'll hang out afterwards and sign it. I was like, whoa, holy shit. So of course they did that, but when they were setting up in the Hard Rock, Megadeth was setting up on stage, and the line to meet them was so long that by the time I got to meet them, Megadeth was already like halfway through their set. So I think I saw the last two songs, but of the bands there.
Hey, you had already seen them how many times?
Well,
I haven't seen them.
I've
never seen Megadeth. So.
Maybe twice before that. Yeah, I haven't seen them a lot. But again, like I was saying, his Voice Live. We want, so they did the Big Four in the theater, like the first one in Europe. They did a whole thing where it was you can watch it live in the movie theater, and we did that.
The one that the Blu-ray is.
Yeah, but he redid the vocals though for the Blu-ray.
He did. Mustaine redid the vocals.
I have the actual theater version.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
Good,
it
huh?
It's so embarrassingly bad.
Who was who's playing bass when that show happened?
It's Ellison.
It was Ellison, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because he wouldn't have the band that long, right?
And that was like in what, 2005?
No, it was like
2011.
He was out of the band in 2005, I think, right?
Yeah, exactly.
06.
I think the first Big Four was 2010.
Yeah, but the theater thing, and then the thing you went to in New York was 2011.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Holy Wars.
God, oh my God!
He literally sounded like Mickey Mouse. He was.
I couldn't believe it.
It's the war.
Yeah.
Everybody's crying.
Really,
Stewart from Mad TV. Look what I can do.
Sounded like that.
It was bad.
I mean,
bad.
And I was like, "What is wrong with him?"
I know.
No.
So
Were people in the theater looking around at each other? Were you at the theater for that?
We were in the theater for that.
It wasn't very crowded.
Tim and I were looking at each other. Tim and I were like, "What the fuck? What is he doing?" Yeah. So I wasn't that upset that I missed Megadeth.
Yeah. I mean, like Keith said, of the four bands.
Yeah.
Well, of the four bands, actually, just the four bands. Period. Which one would you
skip? Megadeth.
Yeah.
So.
Wait, who else was playing?
You're fired.
It was
Overkill, Testament,
and Overkill. Yeah.
Saxon. Winger.
Winger.
Dangerous Toys.
Oh God.
No, danger.
Jackal.
Enough's enough.
And you know if Keith's band had been playing, he would have gone over there. I can't think of the Trickster.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We could do this all day. Sit here and name
Bands.
Bang Tango.
God. Bang Tango.
Saigon Kick.
Oh,
Slaughter.
yeah, Slaughter. Of course. Saigon Kick. Oh my God. Was
Winger.
that the nah 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 nah? Is
I
that
don't
Saigon
know.
Kick?
Was it?
I think that was
I don't
Saigon
know.
Kick. Yeah. Nah 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 nah.
Oh God.
Mhm.
All right. Let's start this thing.
All right. Yeah. Come on. Yeah.
Hold on to your butts.
Right there to our immediate left, we have all the folks gathering for the annual Saxon concert.
You've got people who really are into the occult and into Satan. They're propagating Satan, and I think it's a devastating thing on our culture.
It calms me down.
What's your favorite total metal video?
Here's the funny part about metal. It's getting old. But you know what? Embrace it. I want to be that grandfather in the back seat of the car. Could you turn on my station, please?
Such a fine line between stupid and clever.
And we're going to be at the Wilson Theater tonight with Slayer. You're going to be there too, right? Oh!
Well, welcome back, everybody, to Somewhere in Time Podcast. SomewhereinTimePodcast.com. Go there. Find all our episodes streaming there. Links to our YouTube. You can watch our episodes on YouTube from there. Links to social media are up there. All the good stuff. So SomewhereinTimePodcast.com is where you go to find us. And I'll mention this once again. If you want to contact us with any information, you can email us at somewhereintimepodcast@gmail.com. So we'll do some introductions real quick. I'm Eric. We've got Tim here.
Hello, I am Tim.
Joseph is here.
Hello. I'm not Dan Nelson.
Still. And Keith is here.
And I'll form the head.
All right. This episode, we are talking about the album Human by Death.
Human.
Let's see. Should we play the opening track? I mean, that's a pretty good one.
I mean, yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a pretty damn good one. Let's start with that because good old Sean Reinert.
R.I.P.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Double bass. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Ah,
The person that could happen to want together when the earth began. She would not prepare for the uncertain mission of our life, of our destiny.
All right. Yeah. It's a little ridiculous. Those drums.
ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay, so Death is Chuck Schuldiner on vocals and guitars. Paul how do you say his last name? Masvidal? Lead guitar. Steve DiGiorgio on bass and Sean Reinert on drums. And this is the first album to feature Sean Reinert on. Is this the only Death album with Sean Reinert on drums, I believe?
It is.
Right? Because what's his name? Hoagland was on
Gene Hoagland, yeah.
Individual Thought Patterns. Okay. And this was produced, of course, Scott Burns.
Our good friend. Scott.
And where was this recorded?
I'm guessing Tampa.
I'm going to say
yeah.
Tampa.
You think it would be in Florida?
You think it would be Morris Sound?
Morris Sound. Maybe Morris Sound.
Yes. Produced at Morris Sound by Scott Burns.
Sounds great, though.
It does.
Yeah. I wish I do it. So I am going to get right into this. I wish the bass was louder.
Yes, that is true.
I listened to the bass and drums tracks that you guys told me.
Yeah.
I gotta listen to the instrumental and the bass and drum. I was like, holy shit. This is like almost like Primus death metal. This is ridiculous. Like with the stuff that Steve DiGiorgio is doing is crazy, and half the time you can't hear it. It's like I can't. I want to hear what he's doing there, but I can't make it out. So
this is probably, besides Primus, one of the only bands or albums where the rhythm section is just driving the whole album.
Yeah,
I mean, it is.
I mean, as much as you're right, but Chuck is. I mean, that's the one thing. This band, I mean, has just improved steadily. I mean, I love Scream Bloody Gore. I love Leprosy. I love Spiritual Healing, but everyone kind of points this one as kind of the hallmark. This is the kind of the benchmark for the rest of the genre. That was just like, holy shit, look at what they fucking did here. The funny thing about that is, Eric, you just mentioned it. When this album came out, of course, you had one thing. Now, the 20th anniversary, for those of you listening that haven't, gotten that, when I first started listening to the 20th anniversary, the first disc is the normal album. The second disc is, kind of some other outtakes from the studio. And the third CD is, singular tracks of just guitar. And then the very last half of it is just bass and drums. And I was so annoyed at this because I'm just like, what the fuck? I mean, I like death and stuff, but it's a little overkill. By the time but by the time, I've been listening to this for now, like actually months. What initially was just kind of like, I was so aggravated. Like, why the hell did you go that overkill on putting in just random tracks from, as they're putting the album together? Now I actually listen to that more than the actual album. And seriously, I mean, awesome. I hate the Cookie Monster.
Yeah,
vocals.
it's so good.
Exactly. And as it turns out, like as much as his vocals are so much better in this than they are on Scream Bloody Gore.
Oh yeah,
but it's still the garbagey.
Yeah, nothing.
The instrumental stuff made me appreciate this album even more.
Oh, exactly.
It was like, because I listened to this again, and I haven't listened to this album in a while. I went back. I was like, yeah, it's good, but it's death. It's it's a great album. I like this album, but then I heard like the bass and drums alone. I was like, holy shit!
Yeah,
that's the thing.
First of all, how is he doing half that shit with his fingers?
I know. Hey, he picks. I could hear him picking on at least a couple.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't pick.
He strums with his fingers.
It's insane,
as all true bassists should.
If you take these two guys off this album, it's
oh yeah.
I mean, the riffs are good.
Mm-hmm. The riffs are better than they'd ever been before.
Yeah, for sure. But but overall, it is just a metal album. The riffs are nothing that's terribly groundbreaking. But the rhythm section
they never had a drummer and bassist that were really phenomenal musicians, or at least
without
at that point in their career.
Yeah. Without those two guys.
You guys watched the Sean Reinert documentary?
I've not. No,
the YouTube thing. I watched it today, and it's really good. And actually, it's funny because Gene Hoglan was talking about how when he came in for Individual Thought Patterns, he was intimidated. He's like, I got to follow up.
Yeah, I've seen
that.
Before,
That's probably the only time he's ever been intimidated to do.
Yeah.
But he was saying how blown away he was the first time he heard like Flattening Emotions. Is like, this is like Hot for Teacher type stuff. Like,
yeah, totally.
They had Sean Reinert and Masvidal were 20 when they recorded this album.
Yeah,
that's insane.
They were in another band together, right?
Cynic.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they went on.
I think we saw the video for. I think the first song on the album was a video, right?
I think so too. I was trying to remember.
Yeah, I think it is.
Or was that, or was it the one where the
lack of comprehension?
Maybe it was lack of comprehension.
You guys kind of a roll with the double bass.
Yeah, one of those two.
Anyway, solo. Yeah,
because we weren't like big Death fans in '91, but then that video came out and we went,
"Holy shit!"
I can look past those vocals. Yeah. Holy shit, this is insane. And then I bought the CD and I put on lack of comprehension, and then when the thing you just played with a double bass, it was like, what? Like in '91, to hear that was like.
And that's what that you should watch that documentary, Keith, because they talk about that. I think what's the guy's name from Megadeth? Dirk something?
Yeah, whatever his name is. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was talking about like before this album, death metal drumming. I guess you could call them a death metal band. They're not really, but he said before that it was just like how fast can you go?
Yeah.
And Sean Reinert is like, he played piano when he was 7. He was trained as a jazz drummer. Like that's what he, as you know, when he as early as 10 years old, he was playing jazz drums. So it's like, you know, he had this whole thing with like ghost notes and all these crazy things he was doing on drums that were not ever heard of in death metal. So, you know, it was just a huge shift, is what the guy from Megadeth was saying. It's like a huge shift in the way drummers approached that type of music after that. So
yeah, it's that other level of drumming that I'm never gonna get there. I don't even that's too much fucking work.
Yeah. It's one of those.
I don't want to mention how old you are, but yeah, that probably wouldn't be.
So many of my friends, so many of my friends talk about how, like, you know, every single day it's all about practice, and like I don't know if I've ever practiced in my life. You know, sure, I've played fucking hundreds, if not thousands, of shows. Sure, I have band practice where I get together with my guitarist and drummer and practice, but I don't know. I mean, the number of times I've sat down and picked up my bass and just practiced by myself, maybe 5 times in my life.
Wow.
And yes, I suck. I'm a horrible bassist, but you know, to do what that motherfucker's doing, it's like you don't sleep and all you do is practice. And it's like,
it's your life.
Yeah.
And you know, it's not a hobby.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm a hobbyist.
I'm a hobbyist. It's for fun.
Yeah.
It's the same for Steve DiGiorgio when I see him play.
Oh, I'm sure.
There's no way I'm ever like, he's a giant person, so his hands are huge. He's playing a 6-string bass. I can never do anything like that.
He's in Testament now, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he was one of the guys that got COVID.
Isn't he kind of all over the place? Bands usually? Like,
I think he's.
Hey, let's face it.
Let's
face it. The entire genre is so incestuous right now. It's like, you know.
I know Hoagland's with Testament, but he also plays with all these other bands.
Mike Patton seems to be doing something in like
Mike Patton's in
different
every band.
bands.
He's in.
There was
he's
a
in Mr.
story.
Bungle. He's in. Yeah.
There was I took down. It says I put 1244 that on the documentary. I put this down like months ago, but I can play it just to see if it's worth sharing about lack of comprehension and the drumming on it. If you want to listen to it real quick.
Sure.
All right. Let me see if I can do this real quick. Sure.
This is a real behind the scenes story. So lack of comprehension has kind of a clean intro. And he does a cymbal swell.
Yeah.
And it goes into the heavy part. But he's playing the intro with these, I don't know what they're called. They look like little pieces of bamboo, like little sticks wrapped together, like a wooden brush. And so Paul came around and Paul was holding regular drumsticks here between his knees. And he had 2 mallets, I think. And so at the end of the roll, Sean, boom, and he had a pillow on the ground, and Sean would drop the woody, brushy things, and then Paul would do the swell, and then Sean would grab the real sticks, and we had to do this live choreographing, you know, to where you could change the sticks without making a single noise. You had to drop those sticks on the pillow, and you know, we had to do it more than one time. So Paul had to do the cymbal swell just right, and we're doing stuff like that. So that was cool stuff.
That's it.
Yeah, I can play that. We haven't played that song yet.
Yeah, you're jumping ahead there.
Sorry. I just had some notes written down. I was like, well, let's get to this.
We skipped the album cover.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah,
It's the first Death album that doesn't look corny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Leprosy doesn't look corny.
Oh, it does.
I mean, let's be like spiritual healing.
Spiritual healing is
God,
very. Yeah.
And Scream Bloody Gore. I bought Scream Bloody. I think I've already said this 5 different times, but I bought Scream Bloody Gore because of that album cover. It was hilarious, but it was also skeleton.
Yeah,
that's the same artist that did that did Peace Cells, right? Isn't that the same artist?
Did the what? Scream Bloody Gore?
I think, and Leprosy also. I think.
Oh, interesting. Don't know.
I'm looking it up.
I should pull information like that. I don't know who did this album cover. Like,
The logo's a little different on this album too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't until I read it.
I didn't notice that.
There's not the blood dripping off the bottom of it, and there's a cobweb, like a spider web, I mean, and a D in the other albums.
Oh, interesting. I can't really. Yeah, okay. This is an homage to Anatomy.
To what?
Anatomy.
Yeah. So you got your lungs there,
Yeah.
liver over there, stomach.
Yes.
It's like an anatomy cover or anatomy book cover.
See the
Because it's called human.
Yes, human.
Because the human body stuff. By the way, that was the same artist. It's Ed Repka. Ed Repka?
Oh, okay.
Ed Repka. Yeah.
Same dude. Spiritual healing also?
Yes, he did.
Did he do this one? Did he?
I don't. There's
This looks more like a
legitimate artist.
Yeah.
Definitely weird.
Yeah. I can look that up.
Who's the artist that did like Alien?
H.R.
Geiger.
Geiger.
Yeah.
This has got more of that vibe.
Yeah.
In the cartoon.
This guy's name was Rene Mivelle.
Ooh.
Miville.
You think he's from French?
Probably is from French.
I don't have that sound clip anymore. I was going to do Who, but I don't have that anymore.
Who? Yeah.
Get rid of that. Damn. Yeah. I mean, it's a Death album cover. It's definitely death metal-y.
Mm-hmm.
I think it fits the vibe better though.
Yeah.
Because the next album too is artsy looking.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Okay.
Let's get back to the real stuff.
Yeah, so we talked a little bit about. Oh, I wanted to mention something in Flattening of Emotions. We kind of opened with that. We were talking a little bit about it, but the riff at 136, and I know you guys know this riff, but. Remind you guys of Phantom of the Opera in a little bit? Phantom of the Opera in a little bit?
Yeah.
Iron Maiden?
Yeah. There are some Iron Maiden sounding parts in this album.
Andrew Lloyd Webber.
What?
Andrew Lloyd Webber?
Not that Phantom of the
Yes.
Talking about the Maiden Phantom of the Opera.
Real one, Keith.
I believe they were writing that song based off of one way or another. So Death.
Yeah, this the guitar solos in this song too. Jesus, like this song all over.
Yeah.
Drums, bass, guitar solos.
That's one thing I commented. Like this is really like his soloing is specific and thought out. I really feel like this is not just him trying to play for speed. A big thing that was for him. He always wanted to be the loudest band out there, but he's really not. I don't know if you could say he's holding back, because God damn it, the talent of that motherfucker. He's not holding back, but he's really trying to solo like you're supposed to. Like he's writing something so that it's part of what he wants you to hear, instead of just being like, wanking.
Right now, I noticed there's a lot more melody to the guitar solos on this album. And I don't know who is doing what. I wish I did. Maybe there's something in the liner notes that I don't own this album, so I can't really say. But maybe it'll tell you which guitar player is doing which solo. I don't know, but because there are two,
but it's here somewhere.
Yeah, there are two guitar players, so there's the dude Paul's probably doing some stuff too in there.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, this isn't really. I mean, people call it a death metal album, but it's not just straight death metal. This thing has a lot of vocals parts to it. Yeah, the vocals obviously are death metal, but the music is kind of all over the place. It's got thrash. It's got some more.
Well, I mean, I would say in so many ways, this kind of I don't know if this is the right word to use, but it really brings a very prog element into death metal that I think kind of upped the level. It gave a benchmark for people to kind of, rate themselves to. And I don't think, let's face it, I'm not much into death metal or the Norwegian goth metal or like all the other fucking weirdo, subsets.
Black
but
metal,
yeah, god damn it. But one way or another, like, let's face it, you listen to this and who the hell else in the genre could even play to this level? I mean, obviously Paul Bostaph, but I mean, there's
There's a handful of guys who can do it.
Yeah, I mean,
not very many.
Yeah, I mean, this fucking album really kind of broke away from the genre in way of elevating the musicianship to a point that set a benchmark that no one could even ascertain.
Yeah,
I mean, it's so funny when I listen to, like, I could sit here and sing along to like Mutilation or Scream Bloody Gore. That's the thing is I don't sing along to any of these songs. I mean, I never owned, again, just like Eric, I never owned Human, so I didn't listen to it repeatedly like a lot of the earlier stuff. But still, one way or another, like I even listening to this for we've been really kind of gearing up for this one for months.
Yeah.
To finally take care of. No matter what, for all the times I've listened to this, I've never really gotten into the lyrics much at all. There's no singing along, but you just stand back in awe of the musicianship.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't even know what he's really singing about.
No.
I mean, Suicide Machine, I think, is about a suicide.
Yeah, that's assisted suicide.
A little on the nose there, but
yeah.
No, if you look at the track listing on this, well, first of all, the album's incredibly short. It's only
Yes,
not even 35 minutes.
Yeah, 34 minutes.
Yeah.
And the tracks are the shortest one is 3:43, and the longest one is 4:39. So there's no wasted anything on this album.
Yeah.
There's actually parts that I wish were longer. There's we'll get to it, but there are some sections like, God, I wish they would just kind of let the riff go a little bit longer and
I could have
not solo over it, or
I could have stood for more of Cosmic Sea than the
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a studio written song. That song was a throwaway. Well, not throwaway. It was they they talked about this on the documentary. Sean Reinert was saying he finished the drums. They allocated 6 weeks for the drums, and he finished it in 2.5 weeks.
Oh my god!
God damn
it! So like, well, we have like 3.5 weeks now to do anything. So apparently they did a Kiss cover, and they wrote the song Cosmic Sea in that time.
God, I hate the fact that they fucking threw a goddamn Kiss cover on this.
Yeah.
But
skip it.
Yeah,
it's at the end anyway, so
yeah, it is. But I hate that band so fucking much. And this album is so great, and the musicians are so incredible, and then they play a Kiss song. It's like, fuck.
Everybody loves Kiss, like a generation before us.
Why?
If we were born 10 years earlier,
bad.
we all would have loved
Like,
Kiss too.
I think like for me, it's like 3 years before I was born. It's this weird window where I just barely missed. Thank God I missed.
All of our favorite band, like Anthrax and Pantera and all these bands
they all love Kiss.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah. Exactly. The band sucks.
I
mean, we were just making fun of Bang Tango and all. The Kiss is right there with those guys.
I think you had to be there because you'd never heard,
Yeah.
What, bad rock and roll? With makeup, that was the difference.
I don't know
their outfits,
honestly, but whatever.
I think it was a lot of it was visual too. Seeing
I
them,
think it was their look and their stage show.
It was like a circus. You're like, oh my god, that was amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, what Guar is, maybe they kind of thought they were or something.
Yeah.
The re-release with all those extra tracks, did you, when you were going back and listen to the actual album, did you use that version? Or did you use the original? Do you even know on Spotify? I don't know what you listen to on Spotify.
I listened to those.
I tried to compare the original to the newer version. The newer one sounds better, as you would expect. But it's not a whole lot different.
I think I just listened to the original, and then I went back and listened to I found the re-release or whatever, and that's where I listened to all the instrumental tracks and the bass and drums only. But I think what I'm playing right now, I think is just the original. Like, I'm not playing the re-release stuff, I don't think.
I mean,
the original sounds good.
Yes, it's not a big difference. I think it's louder. I think you can hear the drums a little better on the remix, which the remix was done by Jim Morris himself.
Oh.
of more sound.
More sound, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Suicide Machine, if we're going track by track here.
Sure.
Tim was saying that, he wishes some of the riffs were longer. I do feel there's one element of this band that I'm not a huge fan of. In effect, Craig LaCicero talked a little bit about riff piling, where you just kind of,
Yeah.
I feel like their transitions are like riff, and it's not like some of their songs are just kind of riffs thrown together.
Yeah.
I feel like
But
this is one of those examples, this song. A little bit.
Yeah, they have kind of a formula when it comes to the vocals and some of the riff building.
And I think this song and the next one are probably the weakest, in my opinion.
I still like it. Yeah,
me too. But
the drumming, of course, is absurd.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, you can play any part of it and you're like, okay, fuck you, dude.
We'll play a little bit of this.
Dude, he's dead.
I know. Fuck you anyway.
The bass here.
Yeah.
That's the easiest drumming in the entire album right there.
Yeah.
The bass.
Yeah, so that's a little more Iron Maiden-y too.
Yeah.
Just,
It is.
But
without that, the bass, what's happening with the bass, and without what's happening with the drums right there. If it was just generic rhythm section playing, you'd be like, it's fine.
Right.
But what they're doing, you're like, God, Jesus Christ.
We should play a little bit of the. I mean, we'll get
Please.
to it, but we'll play a little bit of the bass and drums only stuff. That's
Yes.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah.
really good. Okay. Anything else on this song?
Well, maybe I should save it for when we talk about the bass and the drum. I'll save it. I have something to say about the bass too.
Okay. Together as One. I think Joe, you said it's. Yeah, I think that might be my least favorite on the album.
Yeah.
This is a love song.
This is
It should have been later on the album.
Third track ballad.
Death ballad. I don't think so.
I would love to hear a band pull that off. No one could, but
no.
I did put at 140. I said I wish the riff was allowed to breathe a little bit more without a solo being played over top of it.
All right,
You can
that.
145 is where we're going to talk about the drum and bass tracks.
Yeah, hear that riff?
Yeah.
It should have been solo ends, and then we do some like a groove part with just that riff being played.
Yeah.
Or beforehand, do like a little heavy part, then go to the solo. But that riff was only there for the solo. And it's like, God damn it! That riff was so heavy, and it was just there for the solo. I guess they wanted a slower part for the solo to be, played over top of. But
did you say there's a 145? There's a
145. We'll get to that when we just hear the bass drum.
Okay. All right.
And then I said at 240 in that song, it's the death metal riff.
Oh, I had 232, but yeah, probably the same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
I have that same thing. Yeah.
It's the riff.
It is the riff. Yep.
That single note, super fast picking. Oh yeah.
There it is.
Listen to the bass, not playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's on this album a couple times actually. The whole.
I mean, it is death.
Yeah. I think they probably invented the death metal riff.
Yeah, that's the death
Probably
metal
were
riff.
Yeah.
And once again, if that rhythm section wasn't doing what it was doing there, it'd be just like
Yep.
It'd be boring.
But-
Yeah.
Boring, but it's not.
Secret Face.
Now the rest of the album.
Yeah,
Solid.
225.
Secret Face 225. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that? Oh, okay.
I said 140, but yeah, it's probably the same.
I said 134, but
All I can think about in the song is that bass part.
I think I just said it goes from like Iron Maiden to just all out thrash at that point. So I think we're all thinking the same thing.
you said 240, right, Keith?
I said 225.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Get it together, man.
The drumming right there.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I said 134. There was a cool. I think there was a cool guitar part.
We got to play the
Something.
chorus, right? The part right after the chorus.
This here. I love this.
Yeah.
That sounds like somebody.
Sounds like Iron Maiden.
Yeah, it
I
does.
guess so. Yeah.
Then it goes full blown thrash.
Yeah.
Oh.
So good. It's ridiculous. I do need to find the chorus though. Let me fast forward to the end. I wish the bass was louder there.
Yeah.
He's doing crazy shit.
He's like looking at the guitar player. He's like, I see what you're doing. I'm gonna do this.
Well, the guitar's doing nothing. I was like,
Yeah.
na.
Another example of that, like without the bass and drums,
Yeah.
This album would be a lot weaker yet.
I mean, it'd be boring.
It would be leprosy and spiritual healing.
Exactly. I guess you could say it'd be fine, but it wouldn't be
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I like leprosy, spiritual healing. I like those
those
albums.
albums as well.
And I mean, that's the one thing. Like, we'll get the fuck. Shut
But
the fuck up, man. Lack of comprehension.
Oh, that song is so good.
Yeah. This has the most, I know this is kind of an odd thing to say, the most streams. I'm looking at the numbers here.
Wasn't this the first? We're not sure, right?
I think it was the first single.
I think it was the video
Yeah,
song.
yeah. It was the video. This is the very first song from Death I ever
okay.
heard. This is
Oh,
why I
oh,
went out
really?
to go buy. Yes, yeah.
Oh,
And you went
I-
back to Scream
and I-
Bloody Gore.
It's the first one I found, and I had to borrow that. I had to borrow money from my mom to buy it from Tape World at Springfield Mall, and I'm like, oh yeah. My mom's like, oh, I don't know about that.
Too late.
You don't like that down. I like that.
we saw them on The Ultimate Revenge 2.
That's right.
We were not impressed. That's why
Not
when
really,
this-
Going
no.
back and watching that, I think it's a pretty good show.
when we saw this, it was like, oh my god,
Oh my god.
my god.
Listen, you dork. What now?
It's gonna get heavy, Daddy.
Yeah.
Here's the swelling. Drop the sticks.
All I can hear is the bass now.
I know. I gotta get to the chorus because the stuff he doesn't ride in the chorus is
The chorus is just all
Crazy.
brutality.
Yes. Oh.
There you go.
God.
Jesus. All right. Gotta fade it out. Whew, that song is good.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Pretty good. 1.7 million streams for that song. That's
That's-
not bad for them.
Pretty damn good.
Yeah. Let's see. See Through Dreams.
I got 15 seconds in is where the bass, where the drums, the double bass starts. And it's 15 seconds in.
What took him so long?
Okay. All right.
God. Just ridiculous.
Oh, and this one goes right into Cosmic Sea, doesn't it? Like there's kind of a
blends
weird
in, yeah.
ending.
Yeah.
Well, the ending's cheesy. I would say that.
It is.
A little-
Yeah. That is pretty cheesy.
Gary, man. Death.
Yeah.
It's a ghost.
And then Seventh Son of a Seventh Son starts to play.
It does go right into it, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Eventually.
I thought it blended. I guess not.
You were wrong.
I was wrong. 7 deadly sins.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what part Joe likes in this song.
All of it.
Well, let's see. There's a cool this part here. Yeah.
Oh, this is the song with the double bass.
Oh, that's right.
This part. This is the solo. It's not this song.
I thought it was too.
Could be earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, these solos are really good. Anybody notice
Yeah,
that?
I know. Ridiculous. Okay. Yeah, just
That might be the
playing.
first time I've ever really focused on the solos there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
They got some weird.
Let me go for
Hold on.
107. At 107, they do where I actually really like the vocals. Which is
There's no vocals on that song.
No, we're talking about Cosmic Sea.
Cosmic Sea. Yeah. What the hell did I write then? It said love the chorus vocal effect. Play 107 and let me see if this might be.
Oh, like a
Yes.
choir type.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Seventh Son.
It is Seventh Son all the way.
Yeah.
It's funny. One of my notes, Tim, is a lot of this stuff reminds me of Seventh Son.
Yeah.
So,
Seventh Son called. They want their synth back.
yeah. Let's see. Vacant Planets.
It's good.
Technically the last song on the album, right?
Yeah.
It's the only one I don't have any notes for.
I put it has a slow version of the death metal riff.
I said 134 is the highlight. Let me see. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Very cool. Put bass. The ball.
It's a fretless bass too.
Yeah, I noticed you use that a lot on this album.
I think it's all 8 plays.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Jesus.
Did you fucking hear that bass part right there?
Yeah.
We hear that again.
Fuck him.
Yep.
Is there a oh, there is a okay, let's play the since we're
I
on
think
the last song.
I think all the tracks have a bass and drum only version, don't they?
Do they? I only see like 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Really?
I see 5, but
Wait, no, they're split up for some reason.
oh really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's weird. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the last. I think it's the very very last track on the 3rd CD.
Yeah, I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna hear that. It's just bass and drums. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's a 3-finger guy too, Keith.
Oh, of course he is. Of course, he's a 6-string player with fretless plays. Of course, he's a 3-finger guy.
Oh, I meant to mention during Cosmic C. So the credits on the album, the old bass player Terry Butler.
Yeah,
that's not who. What's his name? Scott Carino. He's credited with the bass part on Cosmic C. And I guess I was reading some reviews from fans. There's some people said that Carino, I'm getting his name right? Scott Carino. They mentioned that he played the bass solo on Cosmic C, but that's not true. Apparently, they just had him come in and touch up some bass parts on the song.
Oh.
It was not the solo because DiGiorgio left right after the recording.
Yeah. Well, that's the guy who they toured with, right?
Yeah.
Carino,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how did that guy manage to play that shit live.
I don't know.
So bad for him.
I bet he didn't play all that
I-
stuff.
I mean, that's the one thing. Like, you listen to the album and you hear something going on, but you don't know it until you listen to disc 3 of the 20th
Yeah.
anniversary set, and then
Yeah.
it's like,
I know, that's what I'm saying,
you
like-
shit your pants. It is just like
I had a
oh,
whole new
sure.
appreciation. It's ridiculous. Like because I listened to this. I listened to this album like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, yeah, it's good. And then you guys were like, you got to listen to the instrumental tracks. Just listen to especially the bass and drums. I was like, all right, let me see what this is about. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's the whole thing. When I started listening to that stuff, I was like annoyed, just like, all right, guys, god damn it, why am I putting us all through this? I should just be listening to the album over and over again. And then you just like, just smacks you in the goddamn
it's
face.
a new
You're like,
album.
what?
Yeah. I wish so. I was gonna say all. Pretty much, I wish every band would do this.
Yeah, they should.
Just
cool.
Well,
like,
I
why
wish
can't-
every
why
band
won't they
had
let
this
you-
much talent.
Why don't they just put the tracks out like on a bonus CD or something, and you can mix it yourself?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Why not? The technology is obviously there.
Yeah.
Nine Inch Nails did that.
Oh, did they?
With what album?
It was one of the ones that was much later. It was like in 2008-ish. But there was a bonus CD, and they're like, you can do your own mixes. Here's all the stems
Awesome.
from all the songs, and you can just do whatever you want. Just mix it however you like. We don't care.
Yeah.
I actually did. I did a little remix of one of the songs. It was fun. I put it in Audacity and or Audition, I think, actually, just did a multi-track and just played the levels and whatnot. And it all lined up. It was perfect. It's awesome. So yeah, that'd be super cool if all bands did that. Just here's the bonus CD with all the stems for all the instruments.
Do you realize how quickly everything would be ripped off?
Oh yeah.
I mean, not that it isn't already.
Like at this point,
even worse.
Yeah.
311 did instrumental only tracks for the last 2 albums. but
Oh,
it's not
two
the
of
same.
them?
Yeah, the last
I
two.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
What was
Yeah,
the
you-
one before the last one? Mosaic?
Mosaic. Yeah. Yeah, you can. There's an instrumental version of that out there, I
Oh,
believe.
I need to get that. I say, can we play a few more of these?
Oh, yeah.
tracks?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
So
we're not done
I
with
was
these
watching
yet.
an interview with DiGiorgio. He said that, and I don't remember specifically this quote, but basically, I guess somebody had leaked the tapes of the drums and bass.
Yeah,
You see this too?
it was on the documentary too. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, and I guess that they weren't the. He was kind of concerned they weren't the actual good bass takes.
Yeah.
So I think they put the actual ones out because you don't
Yeah.
want your mistakes being passed around as a
Right.
underground
Right.
tape.
He was like, I only have one. I have that, and I know I fucked up on those. I don't know how the hell that's out for anyone to hear that, but apparently, I think that's the producer or somebody went in and just cleaned it up, and so it's like, okay, here's the drums and good bass.
Yeah. And it's not. You can tell by the production, it's not completely mixed at all. It's,
Right.
It's very rough. But
yeah,
it's pretty awesome that they're playing that stuff together in the studio. Like,
yeah, absolutely. Well, let's see. Are there any specific tracks you want to hear, Keith, that are like the drum and bass?
Yeah, didn't you say come back to one?
Yeah, I wanted. Let's see here.
We played
I mean,
Vacant Planets a little bit.
Let's see here. 145 on Together as One.
Okay, hold on. Let me find that. Yeah. Yeah, that's
This
crazy.
is one of the. Remember the guitar books? You go look at the tabs at the back. This would be one I'd be like, nope.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Not doing that.
Yeah.
I think Terrence grabbed that wrong. He's not doing that. Fuck.
Right? Yes, he is.
Like,
I mean, you play any of these, really? I think.
Yeah.
It's just like
Cosmic C, 118.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I thought he was strumming, because like that right there, like.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right. We want to play a little more of these drum and bass tracks? Anything else?
Yeah.
Who's this one? Suicide Machine? Let's see what's
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Still hoping to find that double basic.
How do you know? Like some of those fills, it's like, how do you know where to put that stuff? It's like,
I don't know.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, oh, God.
Yeah, exactly. If I were that talented, I would think like I should do this because, I'm like pretty much kind of doing a solo during the normal riff of the song.
Yeah.
But if you're in this band and you're a bass player, if you don't do that, you're never going to get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know,
Hey,
it's true.
hey, he didn't get heard,
He still did,
besides
right.
that,
Yeah.
I didn't notice any of this shit.
I mean, there's
No, I didn't
very,
either.
very little room for bass guitar, even in just like regular thrash. But then death metal, it's what are you gonna do? You're gonna
The
play
E
that
string
part.
over and
You play
over
the
and over
guitar
again.
part,
Right.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I'm gonna do this.
But it could have been brought up a little bit more.
Yeah, I think so.
It should
have
have
been a little higher in the
exactly.
mix.
It should have been pronounced.
Well, the next
exactly.
album you can hear it a lot better too. I think.
We'll
You
get
talking
to
about
that.
The bass guitar.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That was the album where I really got into him as a bass player. It was probably Philosopher.
Oh yeah, that's a good song.
That solo at the end, I was like, oh, this guy's really fucking good.
Yeah.
In terms of
play it.
just riffs, let me see if I can play this and not screw it up. Hang on.
You're gonna play?
I'll play, yeah. There it is. Oh. That is. So that was that riff I was talking about, what they just did a solo. That's without the solo.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
That's the riff that should have been extended. It's so good. And you don't even notice it because the solo is so good. You're just like, oh, that solo is crazy and awesome. And behind it is this heavy, heavy riff.
Yeah.
There is a riff that sounds like one of Eric's riffs on here.
What? Really?
Yeah. I can't remember what song it was of ours, but it's the fucking song it was. I think it was, what's the first song on our demo?
You changed everything.
I think it was that song. Isn't there like a heavy, crunchy riff in there?
At the end, yeah.
Didn't you write that song?
I wrote that
Yeah,
song.
we wrote, Eric wrote it.
I thought Joe wrote.
Joe wrote the lyrics.
Yeah, all right.
Who cares about us, right?
No one wanted to hear it back then.
That's for damn sure. Okay, let's grade this one. I mean, I'll go. It's an A.
Yeah, it's an A.
Yeah.
I'm going A, not A plus, but A.
Right.
Yeah, A. I agree.
Wow. It was the
Across the
easiest
board.
we've ever done.
Yeah, absolutely.
First time that ever happened?
I don't know. Who's keeping track of this shit?
I don't know.
I think I have one.
It's your job, Eric.
You need a
right.
stat boy like on the Kornheiser show.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't have one of those.
Yeah, we don't have an intern.
No. All right, cool. Yeah, hey, it's a great album. I mean, obviously,
And yeah, for anybody who's interested in buying it, buy the 20th anniversary with all the extra shit.
oh yeah,
It is worth absolutely
Probably
worth
the
it.
same price.
Yeah.
There's probably not that much more.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it.
absolutely. It's a new album to me after listening to that. It really is.
And
I
it's
I
got
probably
God
wouldn't
Thunder.
have. Oh fuck that goddamn shit! I probably would not have given it an A had I not.
No, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree, too.
like
I actually had this as a B. Like
Yeah.
when I first made my notes for this, it was like it was good. It was a B plus.
Yeah.
I was like B
And then I-
plus.
It's,
And then I
it's
went back
impressive.
and I was like, holy shit.
Oh, the bass player brought it up a letter grade. That's never happened before.
He
The whole
did.
rhythm section. I mean, we knew the drums
yeah,
were
yeah,
good.
yeah. Time out the drummer. Yeah,
Well, no, but I think
Hearing
they
them-
knew pretty much what the drums are doing.
But hearing them working together
As
Yes.
one,
like that,
they will live and they will die.
the rhythm section.
the rhythm section. Yes.
Yes.
The fact that the two of them recorded together like that is crazy. I mean, that
Oh, I know.
how often does that happen where a bass player and a drummer is like, let's just record some shit with no guitars?
Probably the good ones, probably a lot.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, hey, listen to some jazz because all of them do.
Well, jazz. That is
Well, he's a jazz drummer. I mean, that's
Yeah.
what he grew up
Yeah.
playing. So, it's not surprising.
in the metal genre. How often?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That probably not very
One.
maybe.
That's what I meant.
Okay, well, next episode we're going to talk.
Yes.
That's coming up a lot next episode. I'm sure.
Finally.
Yes. All right. So for
This will be a big moment.
yes. Yes.
To move past.
Yeah.
He thinks.
Yeah, so Overkill next episode, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, for Keith and for Joe and for Tim, I'm Eric saying
Thank you. Good fucking night.
Energy, aggression, power. To sum it up, it's a vulgar display of power.
Heavy metal speaks to the anger and despair of teenagers today
the same way that the blues used to speak to despair and anger in the South.
Cutting out.
Cutting it up big time.
Some cunt's recording this.
Not bad for a human.